Hi, my name is Natasha Dukas. I'm president of Squash BC. And today we're speaking with Yuen, a recipient of the Massey Goolden Award. This year is special because we, as the board, decided to nominate both a female and a male recipient this year and going forward. There are so many athletes that we feel that should be receiving this award on sportsmanship. So the Massey Goolden Award is for an individual shown success at provincial, national, and international events, as well as the sportsmanship. And in sports, sportsmanship is an incredible, important part of playing a sport. You'll hear people say it's not just about winning the game, it's how you play, and also like leading up to the events and after. So how you walk off a court after a match, win or lose, is just as important. It's important as your mindset and how you present yourself as an athlete in the community. So our male recipient this year is Yuen. Congratulations on being awarded this award this year.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, I mean, when we talk about sportsmanship, what comes to mind for you? What embodies an athlete with good sportsmanship skills or qualities?
Yeah. So as a junior, I've been privileged to win two other sportsmanship awards as along my junior career as well. Like the Graham Brown Sportsmanship Award, I won at Cedar Hill, and I won the George Morfitt Sportsmanship Award at the PNW. I think for me, I really take pride in leading by example on and off the court, especially to kids at my school who we have a big squash program at our school, and just leading by example there, and also at small tournaments like the BC Junior Open, or just tournaments around BC and tournaments across Canada. I really take initiative in making sure that there's fair play when we play, and being respectful to the referee and my opponent, and win or loss, being just being nice about it, and not cheating in any way, and just really respecting the sport. Yeah.
Good for you. I mean, that is a really fulsome definition and perspective that you're sharing there. And like you said, you've been recipient for other awards, and such a true testament to your character. I mean, when we were getting on this interview, you were talking about this summer just kind of enjoying spending time with friends, but not only that, you've been trying to get some of your friends on the court, and growing this sport amongst your friends and showing them how much fun it is. You can have a great intense match on court, but then also come off and kind of just continue with that friendship, and it just helps you bond even more so with the people around you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, congratulations as well on those, being a recipient for those other awards.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people sometimes tend to forget that aspect of the sport itself in regards to whatever sport you are playing. It is so important, and it's also an aspect of being a role model for others, right? For others who want to play and say, "Hey, that looks cool," and yes, and it's such a positive experience that people want to play and want to try something, that is of interest. So
Yeah.
kudos to you. And right now that you're planning on traveling very soon to Bolivia for the Pan Am Junior Championships. So
hmm
what does that mean to you, being part of that national squad, from Squash Canada, and representing BC and Canada in the Pan Am?
Yeah, I'm really excited to obviously represent Team Canada there. I think it will be a really fun experience, just working with new coaches, and um, getting to know the teammates better, and some of those juniors that I haven't really connected with very close personally, but I'm sure I'll get to know them really well over the 10-day trip. Yeah, I'm really excited to represent Canada at the Pan Am Junior Championships, and I know a lot of the people at my club and my school are always asking me about it, and I'm really always really keen on giving them answers and kind of like inspiring them to keep working hard and keep playing squash so that they can play at any international level. And
Yeah.
it's just really cool to see my school and all the new and like young players playing so hard, and just seeing that like me and Alex Brown, who just graduated from SMU, or I think she's going to Worlds and I'm going to Pan Ams, and it's just cool that we're both heading somewhere else, uh, heading to different countries, and just kind of like show, like kind of like just shows like hard work and everything for
Mhm.
squash, and how we've worked so hard, and how pretty much anybody can do it if they can put their mind to it. And yeah.
And you have, right? You have for so many years, you competed such a high level, you've dedicated time to focus on this and prioritize your squash. And and also like juggling with school as well. And now you're heading into university in the fall,
Hmm.
right? But you'll have your friends, you'll have the province, you'll have the country, cheering you on when you're in Bolivia, and just to celebrate you and celebrate these accomplishments. Like, you should be so proud of
Yeah.
yourself for what you've accomplished over the years. I mean, so much. So kudos to you.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, as you're heading to Bolivia, like, is there something that you can share with us in terms of like how one prepares for that? Like, it's not only, a big competition in the national level, you're going international and playing international players, different cultures, maybe a different coaching methodology and stuff. How have you been preparing for this trip?
Yeah, so other than just playing a lot of squash, Bolivia is pretty tough just because the altitude is really high there, like over 2,500 meters, I think. So, other than playing like a lot of squash a week, I've been trying to do like get on the bike and do some fitness, or go on a run and get in the gym and do some strength training. And I played so many US Opens in the past, and just playing a lot of international players. It's kind of given me like experience playing a lot of people that are not Canadians, and people that you haven't really heard of and you don't really know their game style. So for me, I think it's just like kind of like you kind of have to get thrown in the swimming pool to get like used to it. Like for especially for international play, like in Bolivia, you just gotta step out of your comfort zone. There's only some things that you can control, like for Bolivia, like bringing certain snacks, or like getting used to the like packing really efficiently and all that stuff. But there's a lot of things we can't control, like the court conditions in Bolivia, and if they use an altitude ball or a normal bouncy ball, and the player that you play. So for me, it's just like preparing on what I can do to put me in the uh best position to succeed there.
Mhm. And I'm
Mhm.
sure there's also that mindset training as well, right?
Yeah.
And trying to be flexible, but then also bringing that positivity, and just being, I don't know if I wanna say loose about it, but kinda going with the flow in a
Yeah,
way?
it's
Like,
just
what's
like
your
the
what's your
confidence
perspective on that?
piece. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've built so much confidence as a player over the last 10 years, and it's just bringing that to an international stage, and just having the tools in your tool belt to succeed, and just being ready to fight whatever's coming at you. Yeah.
So, I mean, during this time that you're preparing, what are some things that you're doing like off the court, off of training, that you are doing just to help you kind of stay calm and chill, because sometimes when we're doing so much and so intensely, you need something to kind of balance that off a little bit, especially traveling overseas.
Yeah, so I've been just pretty much the usual stuff, just hanging out with friends, hanging out with girlfriends, spending time with family, and traveling occasionally to like Vancouver and Seattle just to give my body a break. And I've also been coaching a few squash camps at Cedar Hill, which is for me a break from training technically, because it's just like organizing things for younger players or hitting with them, and it's really fun for me. It's not super super tough on the body and super strenuous or anything. It's just a lot of fun, and it kind of feels like I can enjoy the sport more just coaching little kids and running around the court with them, and just like playing trick shots and everything. So I feel like just like the balance for me for like doing stuff outside of training is just really giving me like a good state of mind. And when I get into training, I'm really excited to play and everything. So
Well, you've
yeah.
been on the receiving side of that for so long, right? With your
Hmm.
coaches and stuff. So now you get to kind of go on the other side of that, the flip side,
Yeah.
and just really have like incredible fun and make it easy and just see the joy and passion coming out of younger players, right? You're
Hmm.
contributing to that. So that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I really enjoy it. I really like coaching too. It's a lot of fun for me and just brings out, yeah, the best in me for sure.
So, seeing that you've been involved as a competitive player, that you are, influencing your friends to try and enjoying this sport, this amazing sport that we have of squash, and then you're coaching. Like, what are things that you feel that squash has done for you in
Yeah.
your life?
It squash has definitely helped me foster meaningful connections with so many people of different countries and different diversity of people and everything. And um, just helping to grow the sport like at the school and around the club at Cedar Hill for me has been a lot of fun just getting on court with my friends and showing them that squash is really tough and it's just as hard as some of the other sports and just running around and like my favorite part now of playing squash is like during the water breaks, we can just talk about what's going on for them and what's going on for me and what we've been doing. And I really do enjoy like the social part of playing squash and just meeting new people for me is like really cool. But I think I'm really privileged that squash has been in my life just because I feel like I've gotten so many life skills like resilience and like tenacity and determination and everything. And these are like really important life skills and things that I hope that I'll be able to utilize in my future. Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, that sounds great. And
Mhm.
speaking about future, like after Bolivia, like what's the next 6 months or so planned for you?
Yeah, so I'm heading to Vancouver to study at the UBC Sauder School of Business, which I'm really, really excited for. I'm hoping just to play squash at a few clubs in Vancouver and maybe play in the league there and maybe do a bit of coaching there if I have time outside of university. I'm not really sure how busy university will be, but yeah, just really like enjoy the sport in Vancouver and play with new players and meet new players and get to know everybody. And I also have a couple of cousins in Vancouver too, like younger cousins that have always been excited to start playing squash, but they haven't. So I'm hoping to maybe coach them in squash a little bit. And yeah, just really excited to move to Vancouver and just for a fresh start and be a ferry ride away from home and everything. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's great. That's great. Well, I've watched you play over the years and, talking with you even more in depth now, I can truly see like why you were nominated for this award in the Massey Goolden Award. You were an exceptional character person in our squash community. We wish you all the best at the
thank
Pan
you.
Ams in Bolivia and all the best for your studies in the fall. And we look forward to seeing you in Vancouver and part of the squash community there and continuing broadening that reach that you have. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you.